Welcome to Leader Lifestyle Hub, where we are targeted for enhancing every day and completing 200 book summaries in the year. On the journey, we are here at the book summary 33. And today's book is all about Great by Choice by Jim Collins and Martin T. Hansen. Let us see small information about the authors. Then afterwards, we'll go for top 3 lessons and question and answers. Jim Collins is a business consultant and author of many bestsellers, including Good to Great and Built to Last. His books have sold over 10 million copies worldwide over the time in the 2017. He now operates a management laboratory where he conducts researches and teaches that. Morten T. Hansen is a management professor at the University of California. He's the author of Collaboration, How Leaders Avoid the Traps, Build Common Ground, and Reap Big Results. He consults and gives talks for companies across the globe. Let us see the targeted audience, the 31-year-old who works at marketing agency or service-based business, which always seems to chase the next new thing. The 43-year-old manager at a big corporation who might see a lot of borrowed money spent on research and development. And anyone who thinks Justin Bieber just got lucky. Let us see the top 3 lessons from Mind Map. These are the top 3 lessons. Great companies have incredible discipline. You should innovate only when the evidence supports it. Never rely on luck or chance to take care of things. Maximize them by working hard instead. Many people says that I got this by pure luck, I got this by chance, but never rely on them. Instead of that, you need to utilize your working hard nature. Let us see the question and answers before going further. Here are the 3 questions. Let us see what are the questions and what are the answers. How do some companies achieve long-term success in an uncertain world? Any answer, Venkatesh?
With providing a solution to the problem of the people which has never given before.
Okay. Solution provider for global market. Okay. What about you, Ravikran? What do you think? How do some companies achieve long-term success? Okay, let us see the answer from the authors. Great by choice. What they are telling.
Akhil, sorry, I was in mute.
Yeah.
The consistency and the discipline.
Exactly, consistency and discipline.
Consistency, discipline. Because example is Tata.
Yes.
Opposite is Adani.
Exactly. Currently, Adani is getting a very diminishing stage. Tata is a great example. Consistency and discipline. Perfect answers, Ravikran. Let us see the answer from here. Companies that are well prepared will prevail. Consistency, discipline, all these things comes when they are pre-prepared for well. If there is a future planning, then there will be having long-term success. If they are only planning for the present scenarios or present situations, it will not give long-term success. It will give you short-term success. But to have long-term success, companies should prepare well for prevailing in the future. What are the tactics do 10x companies use to beat their competitors? Venkatesh?
Can you repeat the question?
What are the techniques do companies use to beat their competitors? Suppose
bringing unique ways to defend their competitors. Like,
okay, let us see the answer.
Can I tell my version?
Yeah, go ahead.
adopting the new technologies.
Exactly.
So that nobody for the new technology, nobody is a competitor for that. So that we can.
No, it is not like the real. For the new technology, also competitors come. Competitors do come. Even they also think like
Initially
you,
nobody
right?
will come. Initially nobody will come. So, but by the time some competitor come, they will be in somewhere peak.
Exactly.
The person who started will be on top.
Exactly. Yeah, staying ahead in the competition is a critical task for big companies to scale up for 10x stages. Let us see the answer from the authors. It's saying that create durable and specific operating procedures which breed consistency and success. See, when you remember Google, what do you remember? It is all about search engine, right?
Yes.
When
Correct.
you remember Gmail, it is all about emailing. When you remember YouTube, it is all about videos, video content. So it is specific operations are going on. If you go for Quora, you will see question and answers. If you go for any Facebook, it is a social media where you will see the posts and images or videos, whatever it is. So they are creating the specific operations. If suppose Google, if you go to Google and you can post in the Google, you will see the messy things. Means Google is specific for search engines, and then they have evaluated long term. So create a durable and specific operating procedures can help you to beat the competitors. Means in my case, it is book summaries. It is specific. I'm not covering everything in the market. Right now in the market, there are lots of things. If I take everything, I'll be not into the consistency and success. So create durable and specific operating procedure which breeds consistency and success. Okay, let us move on to the next question. How do 10xers get the best return on their luck? Venkatesh, how do 10xers get the best return on their luck?
By their experience and prediction, dedication, hard work.
Okay, great. What about you, Ravikiran?
No idea.
No idea. Super. Let us see from the author. How do 10xers get the best return on their luck? It is all about hard work and ambition. So neither luck nor chance makes 10x companies great, only through hard work and ambition. If there is no ambition, hard work will not be fruitive. If there is ambition or set a deadline or targeted goal, then they will definitely put hard work and they treat that hard work as a play rather than working hard. So that's how 10xers get best return on their luck. Remember how 10xers get best means by hard work and ambition. Let us see the key takeaways of this book, Great by Choice. Here are the key takeaways. The future is unknown. No one actually predict what will happen in the upcoming months, let alone years or decades. Companies that thrive in the uncertainty rely on discipline, as Ravikiran said, evidence-based innovation and preparedness based on paranoia. 10x companies set themselves targets which they hit precisely year after year. Means now I said, right, they set the targets, deadlines, which they hit precisely year after year, no matter whatever the conditions are. 10xers are bold and innovative, but only when the evidence supports such as tactic. They will be innovative only if the results meet or they meet the tactics, strategies. Innovation is not everything. Remember this. Innovation is not everything. It must be combined with discipline in business practice. Innovation is not everything. It must be combined with discipline. Innovation plus discipline is a good business practice. 10xers are productively paranoid. They fear the worst and obsessively prepare for it. Means there is a strategy called best case scenario, worst case scenario. If suppose anything is coming into the market and they are implementing into their product or services, they will consider these two. What is the best case scenario? What is the worst case scenario? Based on that, they obsessively prepare for productivity. 10x companies create durable and specific operating procedures which breeds consistency and success. Neither luck nor circumstance make 10x companies great. Only hard work and ambition does that. Let us see the top 3 lessons as we covered in this mind map in detail with the help of blog. Let me open the blog. Here are the few synopses and let us see what does the author says to us. Grade by Choice analyzes what makes the world's best companies thrive in even the most uncertain and chaotic times by distilling 9 years of research and great stories into 3 actionable principles. Let us hear from the Jim Collins. Greatness is first and foremost a matter of conscious choice and discipline. Greatness is first and foremost a matter of conscious choice and discipline. Jim Collins is not playing games. Here is what he does. He researches a topic for at least 5 years. Then he writes a book about it. As plain and simple as writing that sentence was, as hard is doing the real actual work. It is easy to say but hard to implement. But taking one research topic and doing research on for 5 years and writing a book on that topic is a really hard task. But Jim Collins is doing that. After 6 years of research and publishing Built to Last, Jim retreated to his cave for another 7 years, the result of which was good to great. So first book, he had done research and released the book called Built to Last. Then afterwards, he went into cave for another 7 years, which resulted to good to great. Only to work on his next book, Great by Choice, for 9 years. See how much hard work he put for this book. First 6 years, he put his research on Built to Last. Next 7 years, he put his research on Good to Great. After 9 years from this Good to Great, this book arose, Great by Choice. The man is clearly obsessed with the good results and his hard work pays off. My friend Catherine based her latest fantastic product, the Self Journal, largely on the principles in this book. So it was about time to reread these lessons. Review. I cannot wait to get my hands on Jim's book. The summaries alone are so inspiring and actionable. It's not only inspiring, it's actionable. You want to instantly binge read the whole thing. He puts more effort into them, and 99% of all authors, and it really shows. There are guiding principles supported with great stories and examples, infused with the actionable steps you can take, and tons of inspiration built around it. I have already found lesson 1 and lesson 3 to be profoundly true in my own life. So don't underestimate the power of habits and hard work. Seems Great by Choice is definitely great by choice. So I can also highly recommend its predecessors, Built to Last and Good to Great. If you have time, you can go ahead and look over these 2 things also. Let us see the top 3 lessons. Great companies have incredible discipline. You should innovate only when the evidence supports it, only if the proof supports it. Never rely on luck or chance to take care of the things. Maximize them with the help of working hard instead of. Want to choose to be the great? Let's do it. Lesson number 1. Fanatic discipline is a trait of great companies. Jim Collins uses the story of the two most famous expeditions to the South Pole. Both started simultaneously in 1910. One not only reached the South Pole first, but also returned home safe and sound, while the other, in addition to losing the race, never made it back. There are two persons. One reached the target and come back to the home. Second one never made it again, one after losing the race. What set Roald Amundsen's winning team apart was mainly one single rule they obeyed during the journey. They would walk 20 miles every single day, no matter the weather condition. This single rule was set by the Roald Amundsen's team for winning. They would walk 20 miles every single day, no matter the weather conditions. On bad days, they had to fight to reach those 20 miles. On good days, they had to hold themselves back to not go further. Means if there is a good situation, even though there is a good situation, you need to restrict yourself for that target deadline, 20 miles. Rather than 20 miles, they stopped there. On the bad days also, it is hard to complete 20 miles, but they had fight to reach that. But in doing this, they conserved their energy and could manage their resources a lot better and consistently make progress every day. The competitors walked as far as they could, exerted all their energy, and when critical conditions hit, had none left. This story has sparked the now common notion of the 20-mile march. The 20-mile march is the common notion currently in the market is going on, which is exactly what great companies rely on, says by Jim Collins. They set long-term goals like a portfolio of 100 products, a certain growth rate per year, or testing 50 innovations, and then consistently take action on a day-to-day basis to reach them. That's why habits are the route to success. For example, writing this summary is my 20-mile march for today. After that, I have done my duty and can rest. I have taken risk of that, taking this book summary, and I have done posted today itself. So it is my 20-mile march today. Every day I'm posting one book summary. Let us see the lesson number 2. You should only innovate when the evidence supports it or proof supports it. Yes, great companies are innovative, but not just for the sake of being innovative. You don't see Apple throwing new products on the market every other week, do you? There is a reason for that. Apple is releasing every new product on every year basis. Jim Collins calls it firing bullets first, then cannonballs. Back in 2001, Apple released the first iPod, but it wasn't the iPod you know today. It was a field test. And you can see that in the fact that it was only Mac compatible. Whatever the iPod is, it was Mac compatible. Low risk, low cost, and it didn't distract them too much from working on their computers. When Mac users liked it, they shot another bullet on them, which is nothing but iTunes, giving users an option to download their music legally and cheaply directly to their iPod provided another piece of evidence. Only when both test runs were successful did Apple open up and come out with iTunes, and iPod for non-Mac computers a year later, not within 1 or 2 months. They have taken 1 year time to resist the market, means the market sustained with the successful sales. After that, they released these iTunes and iPod for non-Mac computers a year. That's evidence-based innovation, and that's what you should practice. You should only innovate when the evidence supports it. Let us see the lesson number 3. Never rely on luck or chance to take care of things. Instead, maximize them by working hard. If you know the basics of investing, you know that ROI means return on investment. Every investor tries to maximize their ROI because the higher ROI, the more money you make per dollar invested. Jim Collins says that leaders do something similar, but they maximize their ROL, which is nothing but return on luck. In the investing terminology, ROI stands for return on investments, whereas the leaders terminology, that is ROL, which is nothing but return on luck. That's because in spite of what all the magazines, YouTube videos, news, Instagram channels, and other media you see and follow tell you, success does not happen overnight. Remember this, success does not happen overnight. Do you know when I seem to be the most lucky? When I work my ass off, means when I work hard. There is a Latin saying from school which I'll never forget. Fortes fortuna adiuvat. Fortes fortuna adiuvat. It's most commonly known as fortune favors the bold. Write down on the paper or take the digital notes. Fortune favors the bold. But fortes also means the strong ones. Guess who is strong? He who works a lot. Bill Gates did not sit back in his chair and rest on his Harvard College education when he read that magazine that gave him the idea to start creating computer products. Means Bill Gates worked hard to work on the creating computer products. He dropped out, moved to Albuquerque and worked. Don't ever wait for luck to swoop in and save the day. The only way you can make that happen is by working hard and consistently, because then only you can create so many opportunities that luck can eventually show its support to you. Let us repeat the 3 lessons again. Great companies have incredible discipline. Fanatic discipline is a trait of great companies. You should innovate only when the evidence supports it, like Apple launched iTunes after iPod. Never rely on luck or chance to take care of things. Maximize ROL, return on luck, by help of working hard. Thank you so much.